Hi. So this is a video for the dudes out there as well as women who wish to take a red pill and look in the mirror. So, it's for guys who have, who have intuition or like me have been after a period of dealing with my feelings, childhood trauma, truly grieving, truly realizing that it's okay to cry, it's okay to rage, it's okay to feel all of the emotions to an extreme degree. In fact, I would advise looking at the Kubler-Ross model of the 5 stages of grief, which I believe, if I'm not correct, are denial, bargaining, anger, depression, and acceptance. If you're growing through modern life, you're gonna experience this constantly. So sorry, I got something in my eye. But yeah, if you're a man who's getting in touch with your emotions, who's really giving therapy a shot, and you usually have to do it on your own to really make it work. You can use things from certain special-ass therapists, but even a lot of therapists out there don't have it figured out. I want to say, if you're walking around this world and you do have some objectivity and you do have a good amount of self-awareness and your intuition, if you're like me, I'm like psychic. I'm becoming very psychic, and it's crazy. I know things. I just know things about people and situations, and I know it's usually going to happen next. I don't know how, and it's not like I totally get it. It kind of comes to me in an abstract way, and I know what to do in certain situations. And I'm really hard to bluff at this point. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you're a man or a woman. It's hard to get something past my radar. Where before I started grieving, before I started really getting deep into psychotherapy, I was easily duped and much more gullible and easily led. And now I'm drug-free. I'm drug-free, I'm porn-free, I'm Netflix-free, I'm vastly culture-free, even though I've been pretty far away from the mainstream for a long time. I just want to tell you, if you're a man in this world and you're in touch with your feelings and your emotions and you feel like you're being manipulated, it's because you are. If you feel like the closer you get towards the light in your heart and your purpose and the mission, the worse women seem to treat you, the more contempt they seem to have for you. This may not necessarily be a delusion. If society, if authorities seem to come down harder on you for finding your own inner contentment, your own purpose, your own spiritual progress, then that's something you've got to look out for, and something that you've got to be on your own side for, and that you're not wrong. You're not wrong, and realize that as a man, you're very genetically prone on an evolutionary level to have your own shame used against you, which is false shame. It's not real shame. As far as where we are today, the more you figure out the way things actually are today rather than what you told, allows you to redefine your own moral context. And by redefining your own moral context, updating it to the current way things are in the world now, you can develop your own idea of shame and adjust your behavior according to that. And if you adjust your behavior according to that, well, the way that you respond to stimuli, emotional stimuli in particular, is going to change. This all takes a lot of discipline, hard work, and effort. But this, I think, is really the mission of men these days, because we're not needed in the way that we used to be. We're not needed to build, societies in the same way. We did it. We succeeded in that. So, cities are big enough, and there are other needs that are, that need attention, and so this is what I'm talking about, how we navigate, because that's part of our evolutionary advantage as humans, is our ability to navigate terrains and to travel. Running, Our ability to run long distances is what made us such great hunters, and ability to survive and rise to the top of the animal pyramid. So, and overcome the frickin' environment. I mean, how the fuck do we do that? I mean, beavers build dams, but we build skyscrapers. And yeah, it's some stuff you want to pay attention to. And if it feels like the closer you get to your truth and to your light, the darker the world gets, you're not crazy. People are programmed, women and other men. I'm not saying it's just, they're programmed to disempower themselves, to keep themselves disempowered. And you're not crazy if you're getting in touch with your emotions and it feels like you have to fight yourself and the world just to keep your heart in a place of healthiness, a heart that can process emotions and feel your own vulnerability. Yes, women will, and they have to me. I've seen it happen before my eyes, and these are the kind of women that you want to tell yourselves they mean well, but they quite often don't mean well. They do not give a damn about emotional healing or catharsis. Trust me, it's a really dark thing, but I've experienced it firsthand with girlfriends and with, family members. Is that they'll throw salt on your wounds once you open up your vulnerability it's the weird way that manipulation and gaslighting can work, where it does not go on a linear path towards healing. It dissipates, which defocuses the effort, which allows other things to slide in underneath the radar, and for manipulation, the dagger in the back to slide in ever so easily. That's what happens. It's happened to me a lot, and it hurts, and it sucks, and you just have to be careful. So yeah, you don't want to be too paranoid, but you'll want to live in the red pill world, because this world is full of, hooks to swallow, hooks with nice, shiny bait on them. The ass crack and the yoga pants. How do they do it? It's so, it's just jiggling like all the time, everywhere now. And it's hard because I know that there's usually, pretty much all the time, a good amount of cunning intention attached to the brain, attached to that ass. And you have to be careful, and you have to overcome your biological drives. I do karate, and I play heavy metal, and I dance. I have my own shtick. I have my own thing. I use hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming. I take control of this human being, and it's not easy, and it's taken a long time, and I've suffered many painful ass setbacks, but I'm grateful that at the age of 33, that I don't have child support to pay, that I don't have a nagging bitch that I can't get rid of, and I have my own place, and I don't feel obliged or pressured. I feel pressured to help and make videos like these. That's the only real pressure that I feel, because that's my own pressure I'm putting on myself, because there's something I can do, and there's something you can do as a man, is what I'm saying. Yo, bro, yo. For reals. This is like, I'm not pursuing music as a living, but or I'm not trying to get on stage. I've done that before. I've played in front of thousands of people, and I love playing music, and I'm damn good at it. But even that used to be my version of making a difference in the world. But these videos are. Even though I love music, I can play in many genres, many instruments, and I've made entire amazing productions. That's just my own satisfaction, baby. But if I want to change the world, this is how you do it. You inform. Okay? Yeah, of course, playing guitar is really fun, but this is fun too in its own way. Knowing that the deep collusion, the deception that hides between the legs of so many women and the minds of so many men too, in this whole ideology that we're this mysterious social leverage, the fear of shame, the greatest fear that all human beings have, leveraged against us so powerfully, and especially men, and that women today just don't seem to give a damn about that. They don't even acknowledge it, even though deep down they know that they're doing it. It's okay. We're stronger, and we need to find a way out that works for everyone involved. But we don't have to let ourselves get exploited, and we don't have to be like doormats, okay? Sometimes I have like half girlfriends where like I talk to her, but I also know that I have to keep her like at a fucking distance, you know, like, and I won't even be having sex with some of them. But right now I'm not really talking to any women. Like, there's a few emails, but I'm not trying to get too close because I know that most women are manipulative and they don't care. Like, this is what's been happening ever since I woke up and decided to heal my emotions. I've been aware of the people around me a hell of a lot more, and the more that you cry, the more that you give yourself a chance to grieve, and I suggest you do it by yourself or with a really good therapist that you have scrutinized and screened to the nth degree, probably a male. But following your own emotions can help. Following your own intuition, because it's your own answer, is what's going to lead you forth in your life in a way that's going to benefit yourself and benefit this whole species before this whole damn species drives itself off the edge of a cliff and dies. So, yeah, I reached the 10-minute mark. And I have said what needs to be said. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day.